and defense expert from New Delhi. Thank you very much. Now we move on to North America. In Canada, the Council of Mississauga has passed a resolution to officially recognize anti-Hindu hate amid ongoing Hindu-phobic attacks in the city. As per the official resolution, Mississauga is home to one of Canada's largest Hindu communities, and yet anti-Hindu incidents are frequent in the region, which includes vandalism of temples, targeted misinformation, and online harassment about local Hindu events and harassment of Hindu students, which has created anxiety among residents. It also reaffirmed the city's commitment to protecting freedom of religion and belief for all as enshrined in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. According to a recent study by the Institute for Strategic Dialogue, there has been a 227% rise in hate crimes targeting South Asians, primarily Hindus, between 2019 and 2023, alongside thousands of posts using anti-Hindu slurs. The resolution was passed as the Hindu community marked the first anniversary of the medieval-style invasions of Hindu temples on 3rd November 2024, a day of violence that sent the Hindu community into deep shock across Canada. Now for this discussion, we are welcoming Kulsanjit Sirohi. He's an international relations and defense expert, joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to NewsX World. Now, looking at this, how significant is Mississauga's recognition of anti-Hindu hate for shaping Canada's broader approach to combating religious discrimination? And what measures can these local and federal governments take to ensure stronger protection for minorities?
Suma, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, this is very important development, and this is most important is because Canada is home to about 1 million Hindus, and same goes with the United States, where there are 4 million Hindus who are residing there. Now, this Hindu phobia, which has been passed, the best thing about this thing is that firstly, it has been done in coalition with the Coalition of Hindu of North America. It is an organization which is working both in Canada and in North America. And it is their endeavor to make sure that the Hindu phobia which is there has to be condemned, and it has to be removed in the minds of the people who are the local people of Canada. They may be Canadians, or they are all Canadians, but in this, the major issue is with the Khalistanis, who are also getting involved in this Islamophobia. Now, the best part is that it has been recognized and it has been condemned. And it is the second, Mississauga City Council is the second council where they have recognized this aspect and they have taken action on this. Now, this temple vandalism, misinformation and harassment, especially of Hindu students, and this harassment is not only physical harassment, it is online harassment also. And as you have brought out, that Institute of Strategic Studies has already brought out that from 1919 to 23, there has been an increase of 227% against the South Asian, in which the major share goes to the Hindu. So I think it is the right step, and my recommendation is that all other municipalities in Canada, in America also, they must recognize this phenomena and they must condemn it with the full force, so that the people who are even thinking of this, carrying out the Islamophobia, the Hindu phobia, they are forced not to do it. Now, this has already been, anti-Semitism has already been condemned, Islamophobia has been condemned. Now it is the time for Hindu phobia to be recognized and condemned both in Canada and in North America. Asuma.
And building on that, how does this online misinformation contribute to the rise of religiously motivated hate crimes? And what do you think, what policies could counter it? And also, what role should community organization and educational institutions play in addressing and preventing further Hindu phobia in Canada?
Look, Asuma, the first thing what the government has to do is, as it is already enshrined in their Charter of Duties, that they have to ensure the protection of freedom of religion and belief for all. So since this is already in the Charter of Rights and Freedom in the Canadian Constitution, the government must take strict action. The police force must ensure that any incident of Hindu phobia is taken very seriously, and the person who is getting involved is punished accordingly. Number one. Number two is that in the universities, in the colleges, there has to be proper motivation and proper education for all the students who are they are studying there, that all this type of discrimination against any religion, whether it is Islam or it is Israel or it is Hindu or any other religion, has to be condemned, and this has to be told to the students in very strict sense, and any students who get involved physically or online must be thrown out of that university. Now, as regard the Hindus are concerned, they must also make an endeavor, and they must also educate their neighbors and other people so that this type of activity does not take place and people live in harmony in both Canada and in America, where this Hindu phobia is maximum. And since the population of Hindus are increasing both in Canada and USA, the steps have to be taken. The Canadian people have started taking this action, and my distinct suggestion to the Americans are also that they must also start taking strict action against all those who are believing in Hindu phobia. Asuma.
Right. With that, I would like to thank Colonel Sanjit Sirohi for joining us as an international relations and defense expert from New Delhi. Thank you very much, Colonel. Now we move on to Asia. South Korea's Prime Minister Kim Min-sok has stated that the South Korean-owned Philly shipyard in the U.S. currently lacks the capability to build a nuclear-powered submarine. This comes after U.S. President Donald Trump approved a request by South Korea to construct a nuclear-powered submarine at the Philadelphia shipyard. Trump's approval followed a summit with South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung, who has asked for permission to build submarines powered by nuclear fuel but equipped with conventional weapons. Kim has clarified that as of now, the Philly shipyard does not have the necessary capabilities to build such submarines. South Korea's Defense Minister An Gyu-bak has also mentioned that while it's rational to build the submarines in South Korea, given its shipbuilding expertise, the issue has not yet been discussed with the U.S. Meanwhile, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has emphasized that the Trump administration would collaborate with the Departments of State and Energy to fulfill the president's commitment on the submarines. Now we move on. U.S. State Department has stated that Taiwan must